A lot of people who liked the president said that he brought his A game to a State of the Union address. You did not agree. You had said that it was a hyper-partisan speech. You're similarly not a huge fan of Donald Trump's, and it looks like those two guys are not keen on debating each other. It might happen, but it doesn't look like it will. What do you think of all of that?
Well, I think we're living at a time when the two least popular mainstream party candidates in the history of our country are running. Both of them would actually win the prize for the least popular candidate in the history of a major political party. 80% of the public says that they don't want a rematch. They want other choices. And, now it's a three-man race. And I would hope that both of these candidates will debate, and we should start talking about the issues that concern Americans: the chronic disease epidemic, the destruction of our soils, the forever wars.
You had a different vision for how you would see the State of the Union.
We published a simultaneous address, my own vision of what the State of the Union is. We're talking about the issues that the major political candidates are not talking about. The fact that we have a $34 trillion debt. In the last 100 days, the debt has gone up by another $1 trillion. That's unsustainable. We're already spending the equivalent to our entire defense budget just on servicing that debt, just on paying the interest of that debt. Within 5 years, half of every tax dollar collected will go towards servicing the debt, and within 10 years, it could be every tax dollar collected. And nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about the chronic disease epidemic. When my uncle was president, Neil, 6% of Americans had chronic disease. Today, 60% do. We have an entire generation that is now sick, the sickest generation in the sickest country in the history of the world. And nobody's talking about it.